The Lord spoke to me over the year of 2017 to remember, number one, how powerful prayer is. Number two, we need to remember our past prophetic words that we received that haven't yet been fulfilled. Three, remembering past visions that the Lord has given us that haven't yet come to fruition. And remember that God's promises are here right now. I don't know if that excites you, but it excites me. God's promises are here now. The things that he has told us, the things that he promises us, healing, salvation, that's here now for everybody, not just 1, 2, 3 people, for everybody. And we know what his promises are. We don't need reminded of them. You know, they're in us, they're in our hearts, they're in the Bible. If you need refreshed, look them up. You can study them if you need to be reminded of them. But Joshua 23:14 reminds us, not one word has failed of all the good things that the Lord your God has promised concerning you. All have come to pass for you. Not one of them has failed. We have to remember that the enemy does not want the Lord's promises fulfilled. He wants, and that pertains to the visions also, he doesn't want our visions fulfilled. He wants to keep us from promises and fulfillment of visions that add up to our destiny. And that was kind of like an equation that God gave me. It was like promises plus fulfillment plus visions equal your destiny. That's the enemy's goal, one true mission. We need to remember this. We need to be, this year, more vigilant of protecting God's promises, protecting our prophetic words and our visions, and in turn, they will contribute to our destiny and to our church's destiny. We need to amp up our prayers, not just praying passively, but praying more intense. I'll let you in on a secret. The enemy hates that, right? Hates it. I want every day when I wake up, the enemy to say, oh my God, she's up again, okay? I want him to be afraid of me, not me afraid of him, because my promises are already there. I know that my healing is in God. I know that my salvation is in him. I don't have to ask. I don't have to question or wonder if the enemy's going to take that. He's not going to take it. It's mine already. So sometimes I know, like, seriously, you wouldn't even want to be around me when I'm praying because it can get very intense. It can get very loud and sometimes violent. I want my prayers to be getting to the throne room of God. I want God to hear me, and I know he does. I want the enemy to hear me, that I'm unrelenting in my pursuit of God, my promises in him, my prophetic words, my vision, my destiny for me, my family, and this church. And when I think about that destiny, no other can match it. Nothing. Nothing that the enemy has can match the destiny that comes from God. So this year, it's time to start laying claim to all of those things: visions, promises, prophetic words, and destiny. Don't let anything slip by you. And if you have to, affirmation-wise, claim them all. Re-listen to what you've been told. Reread what you've written out in your prophetic words. Claim them. Let the enemy know you're not giving them up. If you were given prophetic words on healing, let the enemy know, I don't care what you throw at me. God promised my healing, and I'm going to get it. It's time to individually and collectively claim our destinies and protect them. Which brings kind of the next thing. Sometimes, when you start really getting intensified in your prayer and start intensifying your pursuit of God, the enemy tends to bring in something that we all deal with probably on a daily basis. It's a 4-letter word: fear. Okay? Do not be afraid. Do not be fearful in your pursuit of God. John 14:27 says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Do not be afraid of believing in the words spoken over you. Do not be afraid of the good things that God has in store for you and for this church. Instead, believe in it, take hold of it in your heart, in your mind. Start practicing better mind control of your thoughts. You know, when you start feeling the enemy creep in, push him out. Get him out of there, because your thoughts control every single thing you do. So take hold of it in your heart and in your mind. Start praying and listening for God on your direction, and you will find that this year could be the start to a wonderful destiny that you have. Thank you.